Classic. Centerline not involved in it. Panthers, of course, in the MAC this season after the MOAC disbanded after last year and got absorbed. And with the MAC, Centerline has 16 league games as Debro spins it home for the first two of the night. Panthers, though, as we said, 16 league games. That only leaves 4 non-conference ones, one of them right here tonight. So this is the only meeting of the year, though, between these two rivals as DeLugy evens the score and has a chance for a three-point play. Foul on Kohler, his first team first. Steve Miller and Rudy Marchand on the cameras for this one tonight. Colleen Van Danabel and Tom DeMitchell directing it on graphics as DeLugy's three-point play gives SC the 3-2 lead. We'll give you that schedule for the Crusader Christmas Classic a little bit later on, as the Crusaders still going to host a tournament, but as we said, Centerline will not be in it. They find Holder down low, and the Panthers starting quarterback and linebacker on the football team with a sweet touch off glass for 2 easy ones. It's 4-3 CL. Woodland travel. Jay Ritchie, after spending 7 years, as we said, at Lakeview, now in his first year at Centerline. Paul Manzera retiring after last year, not only from coaching, but from teaching as well. The Bear will be missed here at Centerline, and he had quite a program going, especially the last 5 years. No on the three-point basket, a foul away from the ball, and before the shot on Kozin of St. Clement, his first on the team as well. Bad break for Centerline, wiped out a Baki triple. There is Tim Hatch, the St. Clement head coach in his second year. Had a successful girls season, and now Kozin going to get nabbed again, and that's 2 on Kozin, who is St. Clement's big threat underneath, 6'3" John Kozin, and that's going to send Hatch to his bench early in this game, as Tim Madursky, number 42, will replace Kozin. Holder on top, Debro. Swish. Ray Debro triple, he's got 5, and it's 7-3 Panthers. But Jay Ritchie across the way, he has the black shirt on. He's kept that tradition, at least for Manzera, for his first game at least, with gray slacks. DeLugy, no, but he drew the foul. And DeLugy will be back at the line. And that foul is on Kohler, his second. So Charlie Kohler has to go to the bench. Both starting middlemen, Kohler and Kozin, have 2 fouls and have to have some early pine time here as Tom Gibbs comes in to replace Kohler. DeLugy misses the first. Tim Hatch in his second year at St. Clement, as we said, this is his first trip into this Centerline gym. Last year, the teams opened the season at St. Clement, and then, of course, also met in the Christmas Classic. But his first trip into Centerline. He asked me before the game, we were talking, does this place get loud? And I told him, yeah, it sure can. Especially when these two teams get together. And, of course, the gym, just a big old open gym, and the sound really echoes in here. Travel on DeLugy. And it can get quite loud. Loudest I've ever seen it a few years ago, Clausen Centerline, when they were having those titanic battles. And that was just some great, great high school basketball. John Jansen was starring for Clausen. Brian Runyon was the Panther big man leading the way along with others, Maulmeister and Gibbs and so on. No bucket again, a push-off on Tom Gibbs of Centerline. His brother Marty was a big part of those successful Panther teams. That 19-1 Panther team of a few years back, part of the reason CL ranks 5th in Macomb County in winning percentage in the last 5 seasons. Woodland, good feed to Lugie. Won't get it. Tapped around, DeLugie saves. And it's the Panthers coming out with the loose ball. Here's Debro. Cross court, Bakke. Bakke drives in the paint off glass, no. Woodland lost it. DeLugie saves, kept it alive. And Johnny on the spot is Matt Bakke. Woodland would have had that ball, but he got tangled up with DeLugie. And Bakke took advantage for the easy two. It's 9-4 CL. Here's Woodland. His brother Blaine, of course, one of the stars on last year's St. Clement team. St. Clement didn't lose much off last year's squad as Andre Woodland gets that one to drop, and it's 9-6. These two schools met in the first game of the football season this year as well, a historic meeting, first time between the Panthers and Crusaders. Travel on Bakke. And St. Clement won a shootout in that one. And a lot of these players, especially for St. Clement, were on the football team. Crusaders have Jack Lingenfelter, Andy Houghton, DeLugie, Mike Szymanski, Kozin, I believe, played. A lot of them played for St. Clement. Centerline, Mizuraka, Bill Poyer, he was their star back this year. Brian Holder, as we already mentioned, quarterback and linebacker. These two teams know each other well. Marco spinning away. Pass thrown right to Debro. Debro has Poyer with him, takes it himself and scores. Great, Debro has 7. It's 11-6 Panthers. Timeout, St. Clement. 3:42 in the quarter. Panthers with an 11-6 lead. Ray Debro, 7 points out of the blocks here tonight. First game of a long season that won't end until February 28th, at least the regular season. And then, of course, into March with districts and March Madness. Take a look at the Panther cheerleaders. Take a look at St. Clement. Tim Hatch, also the girls coach for St. Clement, and his team, of course, got to the regional finals this year before losing to Oakland Christian. So Hatch was splitting his time between the girls and the boys team for a couple of weeks there in the season. Of course, Jay Ritchie, as we said, still coaches girls basketball at Lakeview, so also cut into a little bit of his early time, although both teams, of course, going to summer camps, and Ritchie had all summer to familiarize himself with the Panther Ball Club. Heard a lot of good things about Jay from the players, talking to some of the players, as well as other coaches in the area, but it always helps when the players are behind you and believe in you, and the players certainly seem to here at Centerline, off what I have gathered early on here during the fall practices, or the winter practices, preseason practices. Woodland gives it off to Marco. Marco has a good touch as DeLugie goes in, and Paul DeLugie has been slamming inside. He has a half dozen. It's 11-8. DeLugie been the man for St. Clement so far in this one. Both centers on the bench with 2 fouls. Kohler for Centerline, Kozin for St. Clement. Kozin really a forward, but plays the pivot for St. Clement. 6'3". Here's Jack Lingenfelter, number 12, checking into the Crusader lineup for the first time. Lingenfelter was the Crusader quarterback late in the season. Replaced DeLugie when DeLugie moved over to fullback in the Crusader offensive scheme, and Lingenfelter moved in at quarterback. Lingenfelter will apparently be the QB going into next season, of course, as DeLugie is a senior. coach has a nice mix on this year's ball club. He's got 5 seniors on the team, just 2 juniors, 4 sophomores, and does have a freshman in number 42, Tim Madursky. Centerline, a very veteran ball club, 5 returning seniors. Hoyer with 2, and it's 13-8. 5 returning seniors, 5 juniors. A nice mix of upperclassmen for Jay Ritchie's squad. Steele, Gibbs stripped it. Holder gives it off to Mizuraka. Minute 42 left in the quarter. Mizuraka gives it to Poyer. Now Mizuraka cross for Holder. Triple Katsonis, no. Tapped up and in by Tom Gibbs. The 6'4" senior just skied in, got it down. 15-8 Centerline, a minute 19 in the quarter. Houghton on top Lingenfelter. Now Madursky, he's just a freshman. Woodland into the paint, got it. Gibbs might have got a finger on it, but Woodland strong to the hole, has 4. It's 15-10 now in the final minute of the opening quarter. Here's Holder. Nice look underneath. Getting free, and tough shot, Frank Katsonis. That was a tough one, and Katsonis got it to drop. 17-10 CL. Woodland barking the play. Gives it to Lingenfelter, half a minute now in the quarter. Cross back to Andre. Lingenfelter, left side, DeLugie. Crusaders look to be working for the last one of the quarter with 15 now. Woodland. Down to 10. And with 7, they'll put it in motion. Woodland takes it, dotted line, in and out. Rebound Holder, and that'll do it for the opening 8 after 1. Centerline with a 17-10 lead behind Ray Debrow's 7 points. It is the Panthers with that 7-point advantage. Paul DeLugie had 6 to lead St. Clement. Andre Woodland had their other 4 points. St. Clement cheerleaders down on the floor as you look at the crowd. A pretty good one on hand for this one tonight. We mentioned St. Clement having their Crusader Christmas Classic. We gave you the JV schedule earlier. Let's give you the varsity lineup now on Friday, December 27th. Game 1 at 5 p.m. It is St. Clement against Zoe Christian. And at 6:30 in Game 2, it's Cardinal Mooney against University Liggett. The next day, Saturday, the 28th, consolation game at 5, championship game at 6:30. As you look there at Jay Ritchie, first-year head coach for the Centerline Panthers, but a veteran coach in Macomb County, coming over after spending 7 years as the head man at St. Clair Shores Lakeview. Talked to him just briefly before the game, and he said he likes it here at Centerline. They have a nice, tough brand of kid. And I tell you what, it's a program with some success, too, and when you step into that situation, makes the job a little bit easier. Poyer with it. Now for Debrow. Katsonis for Poyer. Goes down to Gibbs. Debrow on top. Panthers working the perimeter. St. Clement denying anything in the middle. St. Clement playing a man, tight man right now against CL. And a whistle and a foul as Holder will go to the line. Foul is on St. Clement. Third foul on the Crusaders. First on DeLugie. Holder at the line, he has 2 points. This is his first trip to the line. Brian Holder, a solidly built forward, 6'2", 215. So he said the starting quarterback and linebacker on the Centerline football team, an odd combination, but both teams had that this fall, at least for the while DeLugie started most of the season for St. Clement. Paul DeLugie, he also did the QB LB double dip. Holder split the pair. It's an 18-10 Centerline lead with a minute gone by in the second quarter. Marco, no. Rebounded, just fell into Holder's hands. In the middle to Gibbs, no. Tapped around by Holder, can't get it. And here's Woodland with the ball, and he'll slow it up over midcourt. Goes down to Marco. Marco, 18-footer, no. Got his own rebound, goes back up, and Gibbs said, get it out of here. Helps up Chris Marco. Tom Gibbs, 6'4", 185-pound senior. And he put Marco's shot back at him. Here's Marco again, right side. Holder watching him now. Dribbles out of trouble on top. Marco now running it on top. Picked up the dribble, he's in trouble, fires three. And did he call the bank? It doesn't matter. Chris Marco banks it home. It's 18-13. I think you got to call him off glass. Nice job by Marco after losing the dribble and not finding any help. DeLugie got a hand on that. Centerline will keep possession. Holder, that's a kick by DeLugie, and Centerline will try to get it inbounds again. Does to Bakke, quick release, yes. Nicely set up play by the Panthers, and Bakke drained the short one. It's 20-13. Marco for three again, no. Rebounded by Horn. Horn two-time, out of bounds, and going down hard again was Chris Marco. John Cozen, Andy Houghton in for St. Clement. Cozen, remember, has 2 fouls. DeLugie, reverse spin, no. Rebound by Bakke. Smallest player on the floor for Centerline at 5'9", comes out with the rebound. Holder on top to Bakke. Debro into Gibbs. Debro watched by Woodland closely. Here's Holder now. Holder and DeLugie against each other on top. Good feed to Gibbs. And Cozen might have got a piece of it. Cozen and Gibbs bumping up court. Woodland on the drive, no. Got his own rebound, back up and drew the foul. No basket, but Andre will go to the line to shoot a pair. The foul is on Tom Gibbs, his second. David Jones, number 24, back in for Centerline. Just the 4th foul on the team. But it's their 2 big men, Gibbs and Kohler, who each have 2 for Centerline. So Jay Ritchie has to be a little concerned about that with 4:44 still to go in the first half. Woodland hits the first. He's now got 5 points. Crusaders have hit 3 of their 4 free throws to this point. And before Woodland attempts his second, Charlie Kohler going to come back in replacing Gibbs. Each team with 10 players in uniform for tonight's game as Woodland hits them both. Centerline has 10 on their roster. St. Clement has a 12-player roster, but as we mentioned, Reggie Sanders has a knee injury, and Adam Munoz is ineligible till January as a transfer student from Notre Dame High, so we'll be seeing Munoz after the first of the year. Off the mark by Jones. Tapped around, Woodland has it. Crusaders can cut this one to 3, and they trail 20-15. DeLugie in the middle. Kozin watched by Kohler. Kohler blocked it. Nice job by Charlie Kohler not to pick up his third personal. Holder out, then in to Kohler. Kohler, no. Rebound, DeLugie. Woodland pulls it up with 3:45 left in the half. Inside, Kozin off glass. John Kozin's first two. It's 20-17. Crusaders are within 3. Debro had 7 points in the first quarter, yet to score here in the second. Panthers have just 3 second quarter points in the first 4:40 of the quarter. And DeLugie going to get nabbed with that one, and that's 2 on Paul DeLugie. 4 on the team. It'll be Panthers ball underneath the basket. One of the officials talking to Kozin as he tied his shoe. Kozin and Kohler have been quite physical, as well as Kohler and Holder. It's been a little bit of bumping around here, just as there was in the junior varsity game. And now we are going to get a foul again away from the ball. Tim Hatch does not like this at all. He's seen his... I think they got DeLugie actually that time. Either way, if it was DeLugie or Kozin, it is DeLugie, and that's 3 on DeLugie. So, and now the official talking with all of them, Kohler and Kozin, as the battle in the paint has certainly been joined here tonight. Kohler inside. Charlie Kohler's first 2. It's 22-17 Panthers. And Kozin stating his case all the way up floor again. Hatch as well. Marco for 3, no. Ball loose, Kozin there to dump it home. And John Kozin has 4, it's 22-19, 2:38 left in the half. Kozin working with Holder down in the paint. Now Holder has it on top. Kohler is matched up with Madursky, the freshman, as David Jones slashes to the hole, and it's 24-19. Tim Madursky, just a freshman for St. Clement, number 42, has the unenviable task of giving away 5 inches to Charlie Kohler, and playing him man up defensively when the Panthers have the ball. Kohler swooped in. Kozin tried to save, but he's on the line, and it goes to center line. Now, first half, 5-point CLE, 24-19. It's been a good physical ball game so far tonight, as we expected. Kohler double-teamed, travel. Kozin and Madursky force the turnover. Kozin goes to the bench as DeLugie comes back in to replace Kozin. Woodland, right past DeLugie, but it was tipped by the Panthers. Debro got a hand in there, so St. Clement keeps it with 1:36 until halftime. Houghton elevates over Jones. Andy Houghton, sweet touch on the baseline. It's 24-21, down to a 3-point game again. Debro. He's been quiet in this second quarter. Kohler way on top, wants no part of the rock. Not up there, at least. Now Debro with it between the circles. Debro off a screen from Jones. Nothing broke free there. Debro pulls up, no. Good board, DeLugie with a minute to play. Houghton pulls up for three off balance. Probably not the shot Tim Hatch wanted in that situation, as Houghton rushed the triple. And Bakke with a wild drive, but he'll draw the foul. Non-shooting, but it is the sixth team foul. It's on Houghton, his first. Cozen back in for St. Clement. Gibbs and Horn back in for CL. There's Tom Gibbs. 6 team fouls on SC, so the next one puts them over the limit. Although we have just 46 seconds to play in the half. Poyer. Dumped down to Kohler, too strong. Got his own rebound, lost it. It's out of bounds. It should be center line ball as Woodland had it, but was laying on the baseline when he had possession. So the Panthers will try again to trigger with 40 left in the half. Poyer for Bakke in the corner. Bakke goes left side, Poyer. Sets for three, long with it. Board Madursky. Crusaders a chance to tie with a triple before halftime. 25 seconds left. And Hatch going to tell him to set it up and go for one here. Woodland with it with 15. Marco. Inside, Cozen. Well, not if they can work it in. Kicked out Woodland with 10. Yes, we're tied. Woodland triple. It's a 24-all tie. Bakke gets it away for three. No. And St. Clement goes to the locker room sprinting off the floor with momentum. They outscore CL 14-7 in the second. At halftime, we're deadlocked. It's 24-all. Come back to us. We've got a good second half ahead after this. Welcome back to Centerline High School as we get set for the second half of this season's opener between Centerline and Centerline St. Clement. I'm Jerry Kaminsky with the Comcast crew. Rudy Marchand and Steve Miller on cameras. Colleen Van Danabel and Tom DeMitchell in the truck. 24-all our score. Andre Woodland a triple in the closing seconds of the half to knot it up for St. Clement after they trailed 17-10 at the end of one quarter. Woodland leading the way with 9 points for St. Clement, leading all scorers. In fact, Ray Debro has 7 to lead Centerline. All of 7 of Debro's came in the first quarter. A good one for opening night. Jay Ritchie's debut as Centerline head coach. Tim Hatch starting his second season at the helm of St. Clement. Crusader ball to open the quarter. They have had just one lead in this ball game at 3-2. DeLugie gives them one to open the second half. DeLugie has 8, 26-24. St. Clement on top for the first time since the opening moments of the ball game. Debro for Holder on top. Holder gets it into Debro. Debro, Woodland goes right over him, and look out, Andre went down hard. First foul on Woodland. He gets up and able to walk it off. Debro, Bakke, Jones, Kohler, and Holder, the same 5 that started the ball game on the floor for Centerline. Also the same starting 5 for St. Clement: Houghton, Woodland, DeLugie, Cozen, and DeMarco. DeLugie has 3 personal fouls as Kohler just strong to the hole, knots it back up at 26. DeLugie the only person on either team with 3, although Cozen has 2 for St. Clement. Gibbs and Kohler both have 2 for Centerline. Neither team reached the bonus in the first half of the ball game as Richter and Swalak letting them play a bit here on opening night. Although there haven't been a lot of fouls, not to say it hasn't been a physical ball game, as there's been some heavy-duty banging and bumping going on, especially in the paint. Cozen ties up Kohler, jump ball stays with center line. Debro gets it to Holder. Holder, dotted line jumper off glass. Ryan Holder now with 5, and the Panthers take the lead back 28-26. Cozen. Holton on the wing, back out to Woodland for 3. Andre, no. Ball loose, DeLugie has it. There's Woodland on top. Talked earlier about Andre's brother Blaine, a senior on last year's St. Clement team, and Blaine in attendance now, came in at halftime. So Blaine here watching his cousin, I should say, as Debro triples. Debro has 10. Woodlands are cousins, I should say, Andre and Blaine. Debro's second triple of the night. He's got 10 points, his first points since the first quarter. And Centerline has scored 7 straight to grab a 31-26 lead. Quick pass, DeLugie to Marco. Back into Paul DeLugie. Goes up, Kohler got a piece of it. And Kohler with the loose ball. There's Debro up court into the forecourt. Woodland picks him up, got screened off by Holder. Houghton switched over on him. Bakke for 3 is long. Kohler the board, and Cozen is going to be called for the foul. John Cozen's third, and that looked like it might have been all ball. But instead, Cozen picks up number 3. So Cozen and DeLugie with 3 apiece. Hoyer going to come in for center line, but before that, St. Clement calls timeout. They have 2 left. 4:55 left third quarter. Panthers on a 7-0 run, lead at 31-26. Well, both these teams a little busy before the holidays arrive. For the Centerline Panthers, they have 2 more games before Christmas. December 17th, next Tuesday, they take on Warren Lincoln at Lincoln. And then on December 20th, a week from Friday, the Panthers are home against Mount Clemens in what could turn into a nice little rivalry. They've met in the districts numerous times. Now they're both in the MAC. They're not in the same division. That's a non-league game. By the way, Centerline also keeps their rivalry with Clawson as they play a non-leaguer with Clawson at Clawson January 3rd. Those are just some great battles. Of course, they're no longer even in the same league. Clawson in the Oakland Activities League, Centerline in the MAC, but they keep their rivalry alive as you look over at the St. Clement sidelines. And St. Clement, before the holidays, has a whole lot of home cooking coming up. They play at home their next 4 dates. Friday the 13th, they're home against Immaculate Conception as Kohler hits the first of 2 free throws. Tuesday the 17th, they're home against Roper, and as already stated earlier, they're home on the 27th and 28th for their Christmas tournament as Kohler's got them both. And then Monday, December 30th, St. Clement plays Wyandotte Mount Carmel at the Palace of Auburn Hills. And tickets for that game are available from St. Clement High School, either from Athletic Director Matt Duffield or Coach Tim Hatch, or the players, I'm sure, have them as well. But a ticket to that game, and you get to see not only the Crusaders in Mount Carmel, but you get to stick around for the Pistons game against the Orlando Magic that night. The foul was on Debro, his first. And now we've got another quick one on Hoyer, his first, and the second on the team. East Detroit Shamrock basketball fans, your team also has a game coming up at the Palace on Wednesday, the 18th of December. So that one's coming up soon. Shamrocks play Utica High School at the Palace. And tickets still available for that one as well from the East Detroit Athletic Department. And after watching the Shams and Chieftains, you can stick around as the Pistons take on the New York Knicks on a throwback night. Pistons will be in their old Fort Wayne Piston uniforms. And, of course, it's the return to the Palace of Allen Houston, who left to go to New York in the offseason. So that's Wednesday the 18th. Shamrocks and Utica at 4:30 in the afternoon, followed by the Pistons and Knicks as Kohler gets the offensive putback. Charlie Kohler now has 6 points here in this third quarter, 8 in the game, and the Panthers have all of a sudden opened up a 9-point lead. They are on an 11-0 run. It's 35-26 center line with 3:51 to play in the third. Katsonis back in for CL. Lingenfelter over to Houghton. He's quickly double-teamed. They give it to Kozin on top. Kozin spun free, gave it to Marco. Panthers just swarming to the ball right now. Lingenfelter chased it down and drew the foul. It's on Katsonis, his first, team third. DeLugie at midcourt. Bounces it into Lingenfelter. In the middle, Kozin kicked it right out to DeLugie. Now Marco. Panthers doing a good job getting to the ball and denying the shot. Marco gets the open for three and hit it over Holder. Chris Marco with a triple. He's got 6. 35-29. That stops an 11-point center line run. See if it kickstarts the Crusaders' offense a little bit. They trail by 6 with 3 minutes to play in the third. Katsonis for 3. And nothing but net for Katsonis. He answers the Marco triple. Katsonis has 5 points now. Back to a 9-point game. On the break, too far for Katsonis on the break. St. Clement with it back. Gibbs in for center line. Woodland for St. Clement. There is Andre, is 9 points, leading all scorers here tonight. Check that, leading St. Clement in scoring. Ray Debro has 10 to lead all scorers for center line. Kozin got it down. Houghton in the paint among the Giants, missed the shot. They give Andy Houghton credit. He slashed in there at 6'1", but he had 6'4" Tom Gibbs and 6'7" Charlie Kohler to beat, and he didn't do it. Inside Kohler, works against Kozin, no. Chased down his own rebound, gives it off. Holder, he'll try 3 and hit. Holder now has 8 points. 41-29, biggest lead of the night. It's a dozen points for center line. Remember, St. Clement took the lead on the first possession of the second half, 26-24. Since then, it's been all CL. Woodland, floater, no. Kohler the board. Quick pass down to Gibbs, lost it off his hip, out of bounds, bodies fly, and it goes to St. Clement. Marco went down pretty hard, but gets himself up. Mitch Horn back in for CL, as is Davin Jones. Minute and a half left in the quarter. Nice feed there to Kozin, who bangs it home. John Kozin has a half dozen. It's 41-31. Panthers won the junior varsity game 45-30. They're looking for a sweep here in the season's opening night. Gibbs on top, Debro. Katsonis in the middle, kicked back out to Jones for 3. Yes! Panthers with a three-point clinic in the third. That's their fourth triple of this third quarter. They lead by 13. 48 seconds left in the quarter. Turnover back to center line. Panthers have hit 5 triples in the ball game, 4 here in the third quarter, and they have stretched it out to a 44-31 lead. Mizoraka, number 14, in for CL. Debro with it. Gives it to Mizoraka. There's Debro on top, 29 now in the quarter. Jay Ritchie telling his squad to hold it for the last shot now with 20 seconds left. Panthers have a 13-point lead and the ball down to 15 seconds. Debro down now to 10. 5 seconds. Debro feeds into Gibbs. Oh my, he got it. Tom Gibbs late in the third, and the Panthers rock in the third quarter. They outscore St. Clement 22-7. They nearly double their first half output, and after 3, it is centerline 46, St. Clement 31. 4 3-pointers in the quarter for the Panthers. 6 points from Charlie Kohler in the third, and centerline, after falling behind 26-24 in the opening seconds of the third, just rolled the rest of the way. Panthers have 8 players in the scoring column tonight, getting some pretty good balance. Ray Debro leading the way. He has 10 points tonight. Brian Holder and Charlie Kohler each have 8 for centerline. Andre Woodland has 9 for St. Clement. Paul DeLugie has 8 for the Crusaders. As the fourth quarter about to get underway here on Comcast, I'm Jerry Kaminsky. With the rest of the crew, Steve Miller and Rudy Marchand on cameras, Colleen Van Danabel and Tom Woo-Woo DeMitchell in the truck. I'm afraid to ask where the woo-woo came from. Fourth quarter underway, Crusaders with the ball, and they have their work cut out for them here. Down 15, starting the final frame. Nice feed inside there to Kozin, who gets 2 off the feed from DeLugie. Kozin now has 8. 46-33. Debro walks it up the floor. Swings it over to Gibbs. Back to Jones for 3. No. Loose ball chased out by Mizoraka. Now Debro. Back to Mizoraka. Tried to get it in the middle, knocked away. Here's Woodland on the run. Woodland pulls up at the free throw line. He's short with it. Rebound Mizoraka. Team fouls just 3 and 2 right now. 3 against CL, 2 against St. Clement. Fade away Gibbs, no. Rebound Kozin. Woodland, quick up court. Marco in the corner for 3. Won't get it. Debro there for center line. And again, Debro will just walk it up. Panthers certainly in no hurry. They lead by 13, 6.5 minutes to play. Gibbs. Down low to Jones. Jones waits, and then the pass off the foot of Marco. Ball loose in the paint. Jump ball as bodies go flying, and little pushing and shoving going on here. Kozin again in the middle of it. John Kozin has had a rough night for St. Clement. Host of subs in. Let's see. For center line, Kohler, Holder, Katsonis, and Baki. 4 new ones. St. Clement sent in Madursky and Lingenfelter. There was a jump ball call. And now we've got a foul on Lingenfelter, his first and the third on the team. Holder to inbound. Tried to get it in. It was tapped around. Jump ball again here. This one goes to St. Clement. Well, this one always an intense rivalry through the years. This game has certainly been that and more tonight. Panthers with a 13-point lead. Under 6 minutes to play in the ball game. Holton cross for DeLugie. Lingenfelter in the corner, saves out to Woodland. Lingenfelter for Houghton. Now Lingenfelter almost lost it. Panthers just denying anything inside. There's DeLugie inside and Kohler all over him. That's 3 on Charlie Kohler. 4th on the team, so it'll just be Crusader ball underneath. John Kozing going to come back in for St. Clement. Inbound, Lingenfelter to Kozin. Kozin travel. 5:20 left in the ball game. Here's Bakke giving it off to Poyer. Center line 46, St. Clement 33. Lingenfelter missed the layup. Poyer on the long lead to Kohler. Kozin got a piece of it. And Woodland will try to restore some order on top. Gives it to Houghton in the middle. Kohler called for the foul. No basket. That's 4 now on Charlie Kohler. 5 on the Panthers team. Gibbs and Debro will come back into the CL lineup, replacing Kohler and Poyer. Houghton will inbound with 4:50 to play. And Madursky gets his first 2 of the night. It's 46-35. Panthers still an 11-point lead. Centerline has yet to score here in the 4th quarter. 3.5 minutes gone. But Panthers still have an 11-point advantage. A 22-7 third quarter. The difference so far in this one. The centerline just exploded in the third out of a 24-all halftime tie. Jump ball goes to centerline. Mitch Horn back in for the Panthers. Inbound to Holder. Now Debro. Debro tried to get it to Gibbs, knocked away. Here's Madursky. And he's run into from behind by Horn. First foul on Horn, 6th on the team. So the next one puts center line over the limit. And the Panthers call timeout. 4:02 left in the ball game. Center line an 11-point lead, 46-35. It's not in the books yet, but the Panthers looking pretty good. And you look at Centerline head coach Jay Ritchie, his first game at the helm of the Panthers after the Paul Manzera era. And across the way, St. Clement, Tim Hatch has to try to find some way to get the job done in these last 4:02 if he can. Panthers used a long-range attack in the third quarter to pull away in this one. We said they outscored St. Clement 22-7 in the quarter. They hit 4 3-pointers in the third quarter to help forge a 15-point lead after 3. It's down to 11 right now as the Panthers have not scored in the first 4+ minutes of the quarter. And St. Clement has a chance to get this one inside of double figures as Madursky will have 2 shots. Foul on Horn, his second, team 7. Madursky has 2 points. This will be his first trip to the line. St. Clement's been successful from the line when they've been there tonight. They're 4 out of 5. Neither team with many free throws. Panthers, in fact, 3 out of 4. So both teams have been successful on the few trips that they've had, and Madursky hits the first. This one would cut it to a 9-point ball game and could make things interesting in the last 3:50, and he's got it. St. Clement on a 6-0 run to open the fourth. It's 46-37. Problem for St. Clement is it's taken 4 minutes 10 seconds to go on a 6-0 run. No basket, offensive foul on Bakke. That's his first. St. Clement crowd starting to come to life here as they can smell a possible comeback by their ball club. They trailed by 7 after a quarter, came back to tie the game at halftime. This one would be much more daunting, trailing by 15 after 3 if they can complete a comeback here. Ooh, Gibbs and Madursky getting into it, and Madursky called for the foul, his first, team 4th. First game of the season, and it's been physical. Everyone on both teams going to be feeling some bruises after this one. And besides the fact that as Woodland gets a hand in, besides the fact that you don't have your game shape in yet, first day of the year, first day of the season, there's been some definite grinding down there in the paint. That's 5 team fouls on St. Clement now. 3:27 to play. Marco and DeLugie back in for the Crusaders. Holder will inbound right below us. Goes down into the paint, got it into Horn, but he was too far under to do anything. And then the shot missed by Bakke. Here comes St. Clement. Woodland. Cross court, Marco for 3. No. Ball loose. Pulled out by Bakke. Bakke and Marco tangle up. Look out, Debro heard the footsteps, able to keep control. Here's Holder. For Gibbs on top. Center line's now gone 5 minutes plus without a point until now. Mitch Horn, his first 2 of the night, they're big ones for center line. They'd gone 5-10 without a hoop. Restores an 11-point lead, 48-37, and might put a lock on it with 2:30 to play. Marco, that's 2. If it goes, it does. His foot on the line. Marco has 8 points. It's 48-39. Still a 9-point lead, a 3-possession ball game. Debro into Holder. Draws the foul on Madursky. That's 2 on Madursky. 6 on the team. And it's going to send Brian Holder to the line for 2 shots. Holder has 8 points tonight. Kohler back in, as is Jones for center line. Cozen back in for St. Clement. Holder 8 points tonight, 1 out of 2 from the line. So we said great balance by center line. Only one player in double digits. That's Devereaux with 10. They've had 9 of their 10 players score tonight as Holder hits the first. St. Clement also has some pretty good balance. Woodland 9, DeLugie 8, Cozen 8, Marco 8. So both teams getting contributions from their entire roster as Holder now in double figures with 10. And it's 50-39 with now 2 minutes left in the ball game. Devereaux to the hole. And Raymond Devereaux. Check that, it's Andre Woodland. Andre Woodland, wrong team for the guard. Woodland has 11, 50-41. Jones wisely kicked it back out. Panthers friend is the clock now with 1:35 to play. And Jay Ritchie wants to talk it over, call time. 1:33 left in this one. Panthers by 9, 50-41. A good one going tonight to start our season on the Game of the Week. We'll have the entire rest of the Game of the Week schedule for you on Sports Scene next Monday, December the 23rd, just a couple days before Christmas. We'll have Sports Scene for you. We'll have highlights of this game, of course. We'll also hope to have a conversation with Jay Ritchie, the new coach of the Centerline Panthers, and get his thoughts on not just this game, but also his Panther Ball Club as we look at Mark Dibb across the way. And the 23rd will also be our bowl preview show, our NCAA bowl show, as we will be making some bowl predictions. Tim Hatch, the St. Clement coach, will be in the studio with us for that one. He'll be making some football picks as well as talking about this game, I'm sure, and his ball club's start to the season. So a big edition of Sports Scene. We also hope to have highlights from the Palace, from the East Detroit Utica basketball game next Wednesday night. So you definitely want to be with us on the 23rd, 2 days before Christmas. Hey, you should have all your shopping done by then. Relax and watch Sports Scene with us at 7 o'clock here on Comcast. Good backdoor cut to Jones. Missed the shot though. Kohler the board. Charlie Kohler now 10 points, 8 of them here in the second half. 52-41, Panthers by 11 with 1:10 to play. Inside, Cozen drops home another couple. He has 10. Not quite going to be enough though for St. Clement. The third quarter, the difference in this one, Panthers hit 4 triples en route to outscoring St. Clement 22-7 in the third. That the difference in this one. 50 seconds left. 52-43, and Cozen commits his 4th foul, and it's going to send Devereaux to the line for a 1-and-1. Bill Poyer in for center line. He'll replace Charlie Kohler. Good game for Charlie, 10 points tonight. Tough underneath. He and Cozen staged quite a battle underneath the boards. Cozen and Holder also quite a battle. There's a rebound to Lugie as Devereaux missed. Crusaders, though, 3 possessions down. 40 seconds left. They need 3 triples to tie. They're down 9. Can't waste a lot of time. Woodland goes for 2 and gets it. He has 13, but they're still down 7, and it's still a 3-possession ball game. Holder, Devereaux. Panthers trying to play keep away. It's batted out of bounds. 23 seconds left, Panther basketball. Holder, backcourt to Devereaux. Hatch wants someone on there quick to foul. And it's Cozen who has to foul, and that's it for John Cozen. He is fouled out. So Cozen fouls out with 10 points in the game. Devereaux will be back at the line for a 1-and-1. with now 17 seconds to play. And Debro hits that one. He'll get the bonus. 8-point lead now for Centerline. And 9 again as Debro connects. He's got a dozen. 54-45 your score. Woodland drives. Panthers just let him go to the hole. We do have a foul with 8 seconds left on St. Clement. Panthers a chance to add a little window dressing. Foul on Madursky, his third. All over but the final tally now, as Poyer will be at the line for a 1-and-1. Horn back in. Poyer 2 points tonight, his first trip to the line, and missed it. Rebound to Lugie, and stolen by the Panthers, who can just run this one out. Centerline, a big third quarter, the difference in this one, and they ride that third quarter to a 54-45 victory tonight. Jay Ritchie wins his Panthers coaching debut here at Centerline. Your leading scorers, 3 players in double figures for CL. Ray Debro had 12, Brian Holder and Charlie Kohler had 10 apiece. For St. Clement, Andre Woodland led all scores with 13. John Cozen added 10. Chris Marco and Paul DeLugi each had 8. It's a double victory for the Panthers tonight. They win both the varsity and JV contests on opening night tonight. Hope you enjoyed it here on Comcast. For the crew now, Tom DeMitchell, Steve Miller, Rudy Marchand, and Colleen Van Danabel, I'm Jerry Kaminsky. Happy holidays, everybody. We're back after the first of the year on the Game of the Week. Remember, Sports Scene, though, on December 23rd. See you then, everyone.